the one thing that almost every single person gets wrong about the P word addiction. They think corn is the actual problem, but it's not. But if you keep treating it like it is, you're gonna spend years stuck in the same exact cycle, thinking that you're broken, wondering why I can't just stop. Trust me, I used to believe the exact same thing for 10 years, okay? I'd get sick and tired, I'd quit, I'd relapse, and then a couple of days later, I'd quit again. And every single time I'd think to myself, that's it, never again. Like I'm never gonna go back. But then 3 days later, I'd be right back at it. And here's the part that really messed me up, okay? I thought it was because I didn't have like enough discipline or I didn't have enough like willpower. But the truth is, it was never about discipline. It was never about willpower. It was never even about adult content. It was about something way, way deeper. And until you understand what that is, you're never gonna be able to break free. I don't care how hard you've been trying, okay? So let me know if this sounds familiar. It's a Tuesday night, you're sitting alone on your bed, and you're not searching for anything bad on your phone, right? You're just scrolling. One post leads to another, and before you know it, you cross that invisible line that's so hard to come back from. You see a post that's maybe even slightly sexual, then you go to that page, and then a couple minutes later, you search on the website. And you know that feeling when it all ends, everything is done, and you just have that feeling in your chest. It's like the air almost gets heavy, you know, and you just sit there and you think to yourself, what did I just do? Here's the crazy thing. It's not because you want to go back to adult content. It's not because you wanted to watch it. It's because you're avoiding something, okay? It's because you're avoiding the work that you don't want to face, the stress that you don't want to deal with, the loneliness that you don't want to feel. And the P word, that's the escape hatch. That's the instant feel-good button that we want to press every single time. But all it really does is buy you a short vacation and then dump you back into the same reality, but even worse than before. And here's a part that nobody wants to say out loud. The P word, adult content, is just a puddle, but the real problem is the leak in the roof that you don't want to fix. And most guys spend their entire lives mopping up the puddle, deleting their history, installing blockers, trying to use like willpower and discipline to never go back again, making new promises to themselves every single couple of days. But unless you deal with the leak, unless you deal with what you're actually avoiding, you're gonna be mopping until you die. And unless you get this, you're gonna keep on relapsing. Like, I don't know how else to tell you guys. I wish someone told me this years ago. Because even if you delete every blocker, every app, block every website, and you throw your phone across the city, you'll find a way back if you don't fix this one problem. So here's what actually works if you want to break free. Build a plan for the moment the urge hits. Don't try to do it while you're in the urge. Don't try to fight it off during it, because during it, you've already lost half the battle. And it's very hard to recover from that point moving forward. For me, it starts with a question. When I would face the urge, I would ask myself, what am I avoiding right now? If I was bored, I had a list of things that I'd do. If I was stressed, I found a way to move my body. If I was lonely, I'd reach out to a friend before the urge turned into action. So I asked myself, what am I avoiding? And the feeling that I'm avoiding, I find something else to relieve that feeling. Okay, it's not about willpower. It's about building a reflex and being flexible with how you actually deal with your emotions. Okay, it's about building a real plan. It's kind of like a firefighter. Okay, he could be working out, but as soon as he hears the alarm, as soon as he has that trigger, he knows exactly what to do next. And that's the point that we need to get to if we want to quit the P word. Okay, so here's the uncomfortable truth. If you keep thinking the P word is a problem, you're gonna keep fighting the wrong battle, and it's gonna be impossible to win. You're gonna keep mopping the floor, and the roof is just gonna keep on leaking. So the question isn't, how do I stop watching? The question is, what am I running from? Because until you face that, you're never gonna win. Okay, so quick action plan that you can follow if you're serious about quitting adult content. Step 1, Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? Is it stress? Is it loneliness? Is it anger? Is it overwhelm? And step 2, put something in place to solve that emotional feeling without going back to adult content. It's a simple 2-step framework, and I hope you're enjoying all this information. But as you've seen, information is not going to get you the results that you're looking for without the proper implementation. Okay, so if you'd like a private call with me where we can discover the root issue of why you keep going back to this shameful habit, and you want to build a real game plan on how you can actually break free for good this time, then click the link below, schedule a call with me, and we'll get to the root session of why you keep going back to the P word and build out a real strategy. And I know it can be uncomfortable to talk about this sometimes, it's not really something you say out loud. But for me, talking about it and just being open about it was the first sign of success. So if you want to find the root issue and you're tired of going back to the P word, click the link below and have a one-on-one conversation with me, and we'll build a plan to break you free for good.